Hello and welcome back to Ixion. In our last episode, we continued our exploration of the Immortan system, and we have done quite a bit of scouting and things here. We have a lot of stuff to drill and collect, and we're going to keep doing that as we continue kind of coming around here a little bit and getting through a lot of this stuff. We also opened up a new sector over here and started to set it up for food production. We're starting to get some ice in now, so that'll be really good for, well, food production. And as soon as we have a decent supply of it, what do we have for people here? We could use some more people over here. Yeah, you, not you. Well, maybe we can't. We need to fire this back up again then. Can we afford it? Yes, we can. Let's get that going. I afford it in terms of people. We also should look around and see what we're up to here. You're bringing in ice. That's good. We're going to want another cargo ship for ice at some point. What else do we have? Actually, let's look at our fleet here. Probably going to want... Is this going to be enough miners? I think this will be enough miners. We're probably going to want to have... collecting that hydrogen at some point. We're going to need some more cargo ships, that's for sure. I'm probably going to want to increase this by at least a couple more. Yeah, I think so. Because I think we're going to want to have 3 here eventually. And 2 here eventually. I think. I could be off on that, but maybe even a 3rd one here at some point. Collecting the ice as quickly as possible. Because there's a lot of ice. And there's a lot of stuff. So let's go out here. And let's continue looking just in this immediate area right now. If we have any more in this immediate area. Maybe we don't. No, we don't, actually. Ooh, there's some right there. I just saw it. Where'd it go? Right there. Silicon. And also iron. There we go. Right there. There's carbon in the area too, but we'll go and get the carbon later. Okay, so I need to get some more workers here. We could turn this on and start bringing the ice into it. I need to move this, so let's turn this off. Actually, let's just dismantle it. And we'll shift it over by 1, and then I can shift these things around too a little bit. I think... Actually, maybe I should count the tiles here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, maybe I just want to remove this road entirely. No, I can have 1 road in here. Yep, I can have 1 road in here. I'm going to put the road in right here. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. I have 1 road in there. Great. As soon as this is done, we can take care of it. Probe. We don't have a probe built yet. I will wait then. And then, yeah, you guys can deliver that ice and we can keep going. We did train 15 colonists. We need to train 15 more. I think we're okay to do that. We need to eventually have 60 trained, even though this is only for 30. We need to eventually want 60, and I'll show you why when we get there. And then let's go up to speed 2, maybe, because right now research is a bit slow because we don't have any science income besides the
A probe has
there we go. Besides the science that comes in from the station, because we have to finish this before we can, and the cargo ship is just now bringing this stuff here, so it'll be another 4 cycles before we get that. We were over here someplace. There's some carbon. Carbon. And eventually I think I might move the Ixion down here to... that's not enough of a bother. We're just going to kind of collect this ice here. So let's get that cargo ship built, maybe.
An accident has occurred in the Tiqqun.
New cargo ship. 1 worker, sure. We'll put that on ice, and that way we'll get ice coming in faster. There's a lot of ice to collect. Where did we have an accident? Sector 1 stockpile. Yeah, it's fine. It's one of our... We have redundancy here a little bit, which is good. Once that cargo ship is done getting built, we'll send it over here. I activated that again so we can start collecting people again, which is good also. This sector has... wait, what's the housing limit here? I wish there was a thing that told you how much total housing you have. Unless I'm just not seeing it. That'd be a nice thing to have. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times 52 is gonna be upper fours somewhere. Not quite 500 anyway. Just for quick math, you know. Let's move that new ship over here, which is called the what? The Grail. Not the Holy Grail, just the Grail. There you are. And then that can be assigned also to collecting ice.
A probe has completed its scan.
Oh, I wanted to go out there though and do another probe. Let's see. I think that's all the POIs except for there's one over here that we're ignoring. We'll get to it later. Because it's behind that storm. Didn't we have like some carbon down here? Yeah, right in there. Go ahead. Go ahead. Let's see, where are we at with research? The waste treatment center in the fire station finishes this ring, and that gives us access to a lot more unlocks inside here, and that'll be a good thing to have done. Let's see, we need more people here still, maybe? We have 20 we can send. We still have 20 extra here, too, but I do want them for that-ish. Wait, negative? 1, 2, 3... Oh, hull integrity. Uh-oh. Fix that, please. There we go. Neutral and negative. Yeah, we need to get that fixed. Hull integrity needs to be fixed. Let's send these 20 people over, I think. 20 workers. Yeah. It's right at the edge, though, so it's going to be potentially an issue, but we're going to do it anyway. Hopefully we don't have any more accidents here, otherwise that'll be a problem. Okay. This is full. Oh, right, I was moving these around. Let's go ahead and do that. Start it up, shut down. Put this road in here. I heard the probe, but we're fine. Road there. Build, build. And then I can delete this road. Why did I miss that? I'm really having click issues today. Oh, I want... I really want the workshop on... Whoa!
A new request awaits your attention.
That was an explosion. Due to your continued indifference to the problems of the Tiqqun's crew, a radicalized group has caused explosions and fires to break out in several buildings within the station. Yet we don't have a fire station now. We're just now getting ready to research it. So how do we deal with that? I guess we just repair it? They were unhappy about this, I assume. Oh. Guess we need more to find. I didn't realize there were going to be two. Two crew members died. That's not good.
Complete.
I think that was just the two. Yeah, just the two.
An accident has occurred in the Tiqqun.
Alright. Yeah, that wasn't good. Wait, who's on extra hours? Oh, you guys are because of the 2 deaths. Can I borrow 5 people back from here? Yeah, that'd probably be good. Is there anything I could shut down here for a while? I would love to shut down the food, but we can't really. We could shut this down and unload it into there. That would help too, because that gets us back to even, and then the 5 people will help even more. Yeah, things aren't going that great. Oops. This, please. Workshop, delete. I'm going to move it over, and then we're going to delete we're going to delete the one I built temporarily. And then I think I'll just go ahead and do a, whatchamacallit here as well. Power it off, though, please. And of course, we can't build this because this has got an accident. Uh-huh. Okay. Carbon right there, I guess. It's in the middle of a bunch of other ones, so I'm not sure how it got missed. Maybe I missed my target slightly. There we go. And once that's done, then we can delete this one again. Luckily, you don't lose any resources when you're rebuilding and building and rebuilding, so it's fine. Ice is full. Let's do another one. Right now, once we have enough people, Actually, we have almost 40 people here. We could probably start this up. This takes 10, and this is going to take 4 times 10, which is 40. I think it's 10, right? 4 times 20? Yeah. So we're going to actually need 10 more people. 10 more people here. Just need to keep waking people up. We have a lot of people to wake up, so we can keep waking people up. I could allow them to bring these pods in, but there's one there, so it's not really worth it. And we're not going to really get many more, I don't think, in this chapter. So, ooh, Plymouth. I missed that. Our team was able to survey one of the many crystalline cavities beneath Plymouth 37's surface. Inside these gigantic geodes, huge crystals are bathed in toxic and corrosive gases. Despite the hazardous environmental conditions and disorientation caused by the cavity's kaleidoscopic nature, no incidents occurred. The team was able to draw new conclusions about subterranean nuclear activity and its impact on the formation of crystalline structures. 60 science. And then the team will stow their equipment and leave Plymouth 37. As we were taking off, we spotted a geological formation that appears to house some sort of cave dwelling. We are requesting permission to investigate this site. Okay, let's end data listening protocol. If we investigate the site, it'll just be a waste of time. It's an optical illusion. I'm going to skip that because it's an optical illusion. We're just going to leave the planet for real. And then the science ship, of course, will pick up the 60 science there, and that'll help with our research going here. Go, gadget research. Let's go ahead and start making ice, though. We have the people, so we might as well start making the ice. And then once we have more people, we can bring more people in. We have a lot of extra people here, but again, I'm going to want more once we start tearing apart these, though we're going to be okay. Yeah. Finish. And delete this now. Yes, please. I don't have any place for that alloy to go, though. Let's activate another one of these. Because I'm kind of a moron, I need to only store 100 here and 200 here. That way I have a little bit of a buffer space for... no, not Sector 2. I'm sorry, not Sector 2. That's fine. Sector 6 is already at 100. Okay. So that we have a buffer space. Because otherwise, it doesn't really work that well. Do that, and we'll just build it turned off. Okay. Where are we at here? 12 people. I could probably send like 10 more from 2 to 6. I think that would probably be okay. 10 workers from 2 to 6. And then we'll send maybe 10 from here also. Yeah, we can probably afford that now. Open up enough. 10 from 1 to 6, and that should give us enough people to get this farm started. And once we get this farm started, then we can start shutting down these farms, which would be really great. Really great. I do have a probe that I can send. Iron, sure. Big patch of iron right there. Yeah, you folks can get these. I'd like you to get this stuff, though, maybe. Although, the hydrogen... Oh, we're done we're done with Plymouth. So we can move the Montessori now to another site. I think another site we're going to go to is Tatra V8. We're going to ignore the Protagoras for actually quite a while. And we're just going to go into Tatra there. I should bring in hydrogen. I should. In fact, I can have the Quicksilver, when it's not bringing in anything else, I can have it bring in hydrogen into here, and we can just store it, maybe over here in the corner or something. That way we can clear those leave that on. We can clear those nodes, because we're going to want to have everything cleared eventually. So we might as well just kind of get it going. Let's see. Okay. We do have another probe already. So now we have the workers here, I think. Just fire this up. Oh, yes, we do. Let's get that going. Online. Finished our fire station technology. So as we delete these farms, we can start putting in things like fire stations and DLSs and things like that. A couple of the early researches I want to do are going to be these recycled materials and advanced production line here at the electronics, because it goes from 30 silicon all the way down to 20 silicon. So those are a couple of early ones, but we need intelligent lab at the tech lab first, which is here. And that one is also good because it starts giving us 5 science every 5 cycles instead of right now we're at 3 every 5 cycles, I think. So let's add that one in. And then also this electronics factory needed Stanford Initiative at the workshop and recycled materials at the electronics factory. So at the workshop, Stanford Initiative, we're going to queue that one up. That's another 75 science that we don't have yet, but we'll get there very, very soon. Plus we're going to get science from Tatra, I think, as well as we still have Rakitansky and DeVille to deal with. So actually, we're definitely going to get science from Tatra because there's 30 there. How about a probe? Okay. Ooh, there we go. A couple of bright greens, that'll work. I think I want them to focus on this collection, this collection, this collection, and this mining, as well as this one. Oh, I don't have anybody assigned to mine hydrogen. Let's do that. That's going to be a while then. I forgot. It's going to be a while. We'll do those. Do those. And eventually I think I'm going to move the ship down here, or maybe to Fargo. Probably just to Fargo. I don't think we need to come all the way down here. But that'll shorten our trips to the different nodes, and that's a good thing to do. Fire station, yeah, I know. We'll do it in a little while. Let's build a road out here. We need to go down to be 3 away. That gives us the 12 that we need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. For another 2 whole farms in here eventually. Let's see, how are you doing here? Have you started collecting yet? No, 2 more cycles till you're harvesting. We have 6 people unhoused here. So let's go and put in an optimized quarter. Here it should be fine for now. May change it later, but it should be fine for now. And ice is going to be full here in a minute. So you could probably activate another one. Yeah, let's activate another one. Deactivate that one. I may run the road here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I may just run it right here. Let's just run it right there. That'll be fine. Science ship got to Tatra. Okay. You're picking up that science. I'm going to let you finish picking up that little bit of science. It only takes a moment, and it'll be useful. We also need another... just need some power pretty soon. Okay, there we go. A probe has detected an electromagnetic signature from an operational DOLOS device. It appears to be an unidentified cargo ship navigating among the hydrogen and helium clouds of Tatra V8. It is not responding to communication attempts. Extremely violent hurricanes move through the atmosphere of Tatra V8. We are having difficulty maneuvering and fear that we may be struck by lightning at any moment. We have successfully located the cargo ship. It does not seem to have noticed our presence. So here at Tatra, we want to get close to the cargo ship. I think hailing it doesn't actually accomplish anything, but if we get close, we might be able to do a little bit better job here. So let's get close. Do another probe, I suppose. Okay. You know what? Actually, I'm going to wait on the probes. We're going to wait a little while. Because if I send probes out and it's for stuff that I have higher priority on... Ooh. Administrator, the novelty of eating crops grown in space delights the crew. Even if purely perceptual, the turning of the ordinary into the extraordinary can have a profound effect on judgment, elevating the otherwise humble to the sublime. Understood. Plus 10% trust bonus. Nice. Alright, so this is going to feed a lot of people. At 1.2 food per cycle, times 9.
An accident has occurred in the Tiqqun.
That's fine. 1.2 times 9 is something that I can't remember right now. 10.8 food. And if one food feeds 10 people, multiply that by 10, and then you multiply it again by 5 because you only do it every 5 cycles, this feeds 540 people. We have 818 on the ship right now, so we need to retain enough to feed, we'll say 300 people right now, which is 6 of these farms right now total. So all of these here in this sector can be dismantled. I'm going to kind of try to time them. If they're near the end of their cycle there, we can set it up so that they are done at the edge of the cycle, like that, maybe. This one here. And this is going to free up a lot of people, because this lot of people is kind of wasted in a way. Although we're going to have some extra alloys here, which is not going to be good. I might need a temporary alloy storage here. We could do that here, just to have some place for them to offload. Yeah, we're short on quarters again here. Stockpile disabled. Oh, you're ready. The cargo ship is of DOLOS design. Its decals indicate that it belongs to the Protagoras. So we can either board the cargo ship or ram the cargo ship to force an emergency landing. Well, if we board it, actually, if we ram it, the Montessori will ram the cargo ship, aiming for its EKP thrusters. This should force it to land on the solid core of Tetra V8. This sounds like the same kind of thing as using explosives, and in fact it is. It would be a big problem. I think you end up losing everybody, or something bad happens at least. Or the Montessori will initiate boarding procedures. Dropping 3 crew members equipped with exoskeletons onto the cargo ship, they will attempt to gain entry. Yeah, let's do that option. Clear that, clear that, clear that, clear that. Go here. And then I'll probably just disable this stockpile once we've unloaded all these. Intelligent lab is done. That means that I think I can come over here now and reactivate or activate this one for the or queue that one rather. And yeah, I can get rid of this now. Let's do power off and uncheck, and they'll just keep this emptying this one into those two as time permits, and that'll be fine. And so as this goes, we should be able to. We should be able to start building the next one. And in fact, now might be a good time. We can build it disabled, so that'll, well, to kind of build it disabled. No, I think I'll wait. Oh, nope, clear that. I don't care. But we do want to have a second stockpile for food here. I just thought about that. I'm going to actually turn this one over to be food. And then I want to activate... Nope, I don't want to do that yet. Let me send like 20 people over first. Let's Red Rover 20 people. Workers to Sector 6. Now that we have all those people free from all the food, we can actually do something here. Boarding of the cargo ship was successful. Inside, the team found a PA piloting the ship. We could either do recover the cargo ship and disconnect the PA, or we can use the Naomi protocol to interrogate the PA. Spamming subsystems with some random characters, our team will try to extract information from the PA about their origins and intentions. And I think this will be the better one. No, actually it's not. I want to do something real quick. I want to save. Just a temporary save. Because I want to show you what the Naomi protocol does here. And then I want to reload that save and just recover it. So I'm not going to do a whole lot. I'm just going to fast forward the game here and get through those 2 cycles, and then we'll we'll see what the Naomi Protocol does, because there's some lore there.
Population transfer complete.
Yes, thank you. So I'm not going to do anything with the ship, because anything I do will just be redone. Here we go.
A science ship team.
The Protagoras was hunted by the Entimananki. The UN was ruthless and systematically investigated all areas of space they knew the Protagoras operate in. A key part of their plan involved infiltrating DOLOS from the inside and sowing dissent among the Protagoras crew. A mutiny forced the Protagoras to stop in this system for longer than planned. The rebels gained access to a command terminal and transmitted the Protagoras' exact coordinates to the Entimananki. That's when my parents put me in this body and left me here to play with the wind forever. So, not only does this tell about how the UN is working compared to DOLOS, how they're functioning, but it also provides a very strong, well, more than a very strong, implication here, that, or explanation here, that the PAs are in fact people, or the minds of people that have been converted or been uploaded into a computer and are being used to, control the ships and things. So Eden is probably a human intelligence loaded into a computer. All right, so then the option here is to recover it, which is what we're going to do, but we don't want that, because the revelation from this will lead to a stability debuff in the station, and I don't want that stability debuff. We'll lose one stability forever. So I'm reloading the game so that I can avoid that stability debuff. So if you do not want to, if you're playing along and you do not want to have the stability debuff, then don't do the Naomi Protocol there. All right, so let's come back out here now and go to Tatra and just recover the cargo ship and disconnect the PA. On the other hand, you kind of end up losing this, this what effectively is a child's intelligence or a child's memory, mind, whatever, which is also not super great, but there's also not a whole lot you can do about it. So we are where? We have 1, 2, 3 electronics left. We could really use some power, but I think the next set of solar panels are going to cost us all 3. Do I want to spend all 3 on that? Not yet, because of the repair of the hull here. I'd like to get it up to 700 anyway, which would be a little bit of time yet, or another cycle or 2. We could also turn one of these off for a little while, because I think we're getting pretty full on, alloys anyway. So that's an option as well. Turn this one on for alloys.
Population transfer complete.
Oh, wait. Okay, that was just a weird timing thing. They're there. Okay. And I'm going to actually cheese this a little bit so that we can balance them out a little bit, so that I have equal amounts, so that when I build stuff that there's equal amounts of trucks that go between the 2 buildings, or from the 2 buildings, just to kind of save myself a little bit of headache. There we go. How many more people can we house here? We have 156. Let's send over 30 more people from here. Yeah. And we'll just fill the housing in that sector up right now. Workers. Wait, no. That's going to be 4 too many. Because of these 4 people. Oopsie. Okay, I'll send 4 back. Actually, let's go ahead and send 4 now. Yeah, let's send 4 now. 4 people, workers. I could build another house, of course, but that'll be fine. It'll just be 4 people. Now that we're kind of more advanced, I don't want to have unhoused people, but we can handle it if we need to, kind of thing. You're full on polymers. You're not. Let me fill this up. because we're not getting any polymers in here anymore. So we might as well fill that one up so that we can make more here. Might as well. We're still working on that because, right. Alright, so this is just about done. I think we'll get more science for that.
Population transfer complete.
Yeah, we're still working on that. Oof. Actually, I'm going to clear this, I think. And I'll put you actually over there at a higher priority, like that. Not that there's that much hydrogen in mine, but we'll have more. A bit more. Okay, that's done, and let's do this. The cargo ship is on its way to the Tiqqun, so we'll be able to actually use this cargo ship for something else, actually, which is the better option in the end anyway. Oh, there wasn't more science here. Well then, Montessori, come on over here to DeVille then. And then that's the koala. And I think I want the koala to join here. Yeah, I'm going to put the koala in here. And then it can do... probably iron. No. Like this? Probably. You know, any place for carbon anyway. I could probably activate another one of these for carbon. That might be a good idea. You can also probably deactivate a few more farms. I have... I always forget about these stats here. In the station we have 140 in climbing. It's saying that we're not making enough. We're only making 11. But that's not true. Oh, it's going up now. There it goes. Okay. Probably because there's a crap ton in here. These only harvest every 10 cycles, I think. So you end up with like a little bit of a burst going on. Waste treatment center we don't need yet. We could start putting some fire stations up though, just in case. I probably want to reconfigure this somewhat. Yeah, let's delete this road.
A science ship has arrived.
Alright, we'll come and help you out in a minute. Put a fire station in here. Maybe down there. I don't know. And then we'll put one out here someplace too. I still don't know how I want to organize this sector yet. I'm still working on that a little bit, even in my my solo save or my shadow save. DeVille 59. DeVille 59 is eligible for colonization testing. Data collection will help shape future DOLOS initiatives. We've landed on DeVille 59. Despite the cold and harsh environment of the planet, the atmospheric conditions and gravity are remarkably similar to Earth's. There are large bodies of frozen water on the planet's surface. So here we can establish a basic colony, establish an advanced colony, or leave the planet and return later. We are going to want to do an advanced colony because you get a bit more science for that. I can't remember how much it is, but it's an amount of science per day. But we need to have our 60 colonists first, so we need to spend 2 more electronics first, and we are still trying to get all of these electronics upgrades done. So, we need to spend 2 more. We're just going to have to live with this amount of power, although this is going to take 30 power. We'll have to turn off one of these in order to fire that up. But it is what it is. Oh, we need one for that, too. Oh, crap. Let's just dismantle that. I don't want it then. I don't want it then. Which means I'm going to have to re-enable this. So they can deliver it to there because they're not going to be able to fit it all in here. And let's send the electronics. I want to have those 2 there. And there. Get them in here. And then we can do this. Let's train... Yeah, we're going to train 30 more. We want to have 60 colonists for that. We're just going to leave the science ship parked there. It'll be fine. They pulled the science out, so that gets our science moving a little bit faster. A little bit sooner here, but not all the way yet. Okay. How's it going here? Oh, you're finally mining the hydrogen. That's good. Collect these at some point, but I'm thinking I'm going to eventually move to Fargo so we can get kind of this stuff picked up and this stuff picked up a bit closer. It all takes time. It all takes time. Do I want to have a third ice hauler? Not right now. Maybe a bit later, but not right now. We're already overwhelmed on ice, so I don't want any more ice to come in. We also are pretty overwhelmed on other things here. In fact, I should activate a new carbon storage. There. Iron's not bad. We still have one, and we have one empty one here, actually. Oh, we have two empty ones here. Let's do that. And activate this one. Because they're having a hard time keeping these full. Although, we're pretty full in alloys, so maybe not. The ship is the Quicksilver. I gotta remember that. How are you going? You're still training those 15? Just about done. I'm gonna go super speed here for a little while. We'll get... This stuff is going... Should probably improve the travel times of some of these ships too, but again, we need science. So that's the tough part. Just because they're all over the place here. All over the map.
An accident has occurred.
That's
in the
fine.
Tiqqun.
That's fine. Yeah, and I... Yep. Ah, good. We finished the Stanford technology, so that's, is that here? Stanford Initiative? So now the workshops automatically do repairs, so I don't have to click the button anymore. Repair faster, build faster. Having the trust from an overload is not a bad idea, but I think there's better things to spend our money on. The tech lab, that'll be useful once we get this one going, which is this one going, which is this one going, which is this one. So we're going to have to do this one eventually. But I don't know if that's the best option. We could go into demotic quarters. What did I need? I need this one eventually for something. I don't remember what it is. Stanford upgrade to move the Tiqqun faster. We'll want to do that at some point. Stockpiles can store 20% more resources. Medium stockpiles would also be good. The medium stockpiles are interesting because they store, in twice the space, they store 3 times the amount and only use like 50% more workers than the small. Uh-oh. Infirmary has been disabled in Sector 6. That means we need a new infirmary here. Crap. Not that the priority there is going to make that much of a difference, but we have 2 people here who are not in a good way. Wait, how do I have... Oh, it's Sector 1. Alright. We're just going to build another housing unit here. Oops. There we go. Come on, mech. Let's get to it. Yeah, Sector 6... Sector 2 cannot handle everybody. Really? Oh, crap. I need to build a hospital here, too. No. Here. No. Here. How about over there on the end? Let's get all that done. Food's getting pretty full here, so we should probably be able to start deactivating some more of these. Let's do like this one, and just about this one. That'll leave 6, which I think was 7 rather, which I think 6 was the number I calculated at the time. But we also need to get building on this eventually as well. We're going to need 40 more people for that though, and potentially a lot more power. I could send more people over. 2 crew members died because of the lack of health care. Dang it. Keep losing people. We need to send people over. We are full, I think, here. 156, so we need to add another house here. Again, I'm just going to put it in, and we'll deal with it, moving it around later. And now, of course, I don't even need this anymore, because they died before it got built. Ugh. That one's good too now? Oh, okay. We'll power that off then too. I could always send people over here as well. What are you waiting on? Oh, you're unloading these. Okay. Alright, alright. I think we could start getting this built. We just need to have more people. So let's send like 20 more people over, because we're building that housing unit anyway. Nope, that's not people. People are resources, but people aren't those kind of resources. Sector 1 to Sector 6. Go, please. And we can start building it while we are waiting. Food. Crop farm here, and then it'll build its own farms. Oh, that's our last. That our last one. Yes, it is, because we need to do this also. Let's do Sector 1, no electronics. Sector 6, 1 electronics. And then we can get that built. And that'll be the end of our electronics until this research is done that we're on right now. Alright, back to this. What did we want? We're not doing insect farms anymore. We don't really need accelerated growth anyway. Polymer would reduce the consumption of carbon to make polymer. Production speed.
Population transfer.
That would be useful. What do I want next? Probe speed? No. Probes faster? No. Construction speed. Repair efficiency. Battery power. Some of these, like, the cargo ships are better able to endure weather conditions is actually a good thing. You know what? Let's do this one. Just so we have more beds. As soon as we have those people, we can start sending them over. And we have 3.7 cycles to go. Okay. This got built? It is getting built. Great. Speed up the game a little bit. A lot of it. Full on ice again. That should be good. And they'll have to ship over more alloys, of course, because we're running out, but that's fine because we're going to have plenty over here anyway. Or we do have plenty over here anyway. Really, you're going that far to pick up iron? No, pick up this iron. This is one thing that I wish this game had. Is the ability to... I didn't need to do that one. The ability to high prioritize these different nodes. Actually, you can go and pick this up too. That's fine. With like a batch tool as opposed to having to do each one individually like this. And then I think once we get these cleared, we can go over here into Fargo. Who's mining hydrogen? You are, and you're just doing too many other things. Yeah. But I also just noticed the time. We're about 45 minutes in. I think I will, I may let this run a little bit to collect a little more resources out in the world. No, because we're going to start the colonization. No, let's start the colonization now. Let's do that now. Establish the advanced Nikon colony infrastructure. We want to have the Quicksilver do that. So it's going to take them about 6 trips. It'd probably be better if we had moved the Tiqqun closer. Like we could even move the Tiqqun over there to do that, I suppose. But I think it'll be fine. But it's going to take them a few trips. So I'm going to let them make those trips. And then I think once the event triggers here, we'll definitely have that in the next episode. But I'm also gonna try and get some of the stuff collected, and I may even move the ship over here to Fargo, or I could move it up there to Deville. But I really don't have that many resources close because I'm not scouting there. And of course, this is this, but that's fine. So we're gonna leave this here. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.